The Trip by Robin Alexander. Holy crap. There is so much I want to say about this, to the point where I'm like, what do I start first? Okay, so firstly, I listened to this book and it was amazing. Abby Craden, mwah. The appreciation I have for her skills are amazing. She is so enrapturing in this. She gives so much to the book she reads, and she does that in The Trip as well. So The Trip is quite a short book. It was just under 6 hours to listen to. I managed to do it in 2 sittings, only because I never get a 6-hour block where I can listen to it. It was hilarious. There are so many lines in this that I wished I could have stopped and written down, but when you're in the flow of listening, it's not always possible. But it's one of those books that I want to get a paperback copy of so I can absolutely deface it with love. It was amazing. First book of Robin Alexander's, will not be the last, because her writing is fabulous. The description is beautiful. I felt like I could see the campgrounds and all the different places that the characters go. So the book, The Trip, obviously, you know, as the title states, it is about a trip. And it's basically Ellie and Anne are best friends for 60 odd years. They're in their 70s and they decide they are going on a road trip in Ellie's son's Winnebago, and they are going to make Jill, Ellie's granddaughter, drive them, which is entertaining enough as it is. Then Ellie gets this harebrained idea of taking along another lesbian. Why I did ding dings, I have no idea. Another lesbian on the road who has just come back into town. She is the great niece, or the niece? Yeah, the niece of one of their other friends, and with the harebrained idea of setting these 2 lesbians up. That's it. They like both of them and they want to set them up because Ellie sees Jill's previous conquests as trash. This is hilarious. This whole idea is absolutely hilarious. They start being absolute dicks to each other. Well, more so Jill. So Jill ends up being a total dick to Shay. Shay is this quieter, more, I don't know, just controlled personality, I guess. And I adore her. I adored the exploration of this myth and this breaking down of the myth that shy or quiet somehow equals doormat or weak, and Shay is absolutely not that. I love the snarkiness, the sarcasm, the pranks that they play on each other. This 2-week trip is just fantastic, and it shows, you know, these characters are a little older. They're in their late 30s and 40s. Sorry, late 30s and early 40s, and they get to know each other once they kind of overcome this whole being set up by family members. They get to know each other and they really start to create a friendship. And I love when books show that, where there is something about that instant connection that you feel with someone and you don't understand why, and there is that connection and that attraction. But I love seeing people develop friendships, find things that are similar or at least complement each other. And I think it's absolutely beautiful the way this is done. I just, however, have not laughed so hard in a book for a really long time, which totally seems a theme of my July all up. There are so many books I've read this month that have been brilliantly filled with humor and wonder, but this, oh my gosh, so many lines that just had me tears of laughter coming down, mostly from the 70-plus-year-old characters who are completely completely hilarious. They have no boundaries, they have no shame, they have no issue with questioning and this unending curiosity, and it's hilarious, especially when a sex toy website comes into play, which comes into play throughout the whole book, really, and it's just fantastically hilarious and wonderful. The sex scenes are hot, the coitus interruptus is hilarious, and I just love this book so much. I am so excited to have finally gotten around to reading this book. I have had someone suggesting it to me for a really long time, but I'm not sure if y'all are aware, but you may have noticed that if someone tells me I have to read something, that book gets pushed further down my list. I, maybe have an issue with authority or being told what to do. Either way, so glad I finally got around to reading this book, and I'm so excited to discover more of Robin Alexander's books. Thanks so much for watching. If you like the video, please hit like or subscribe. They all help to let me continue on working on these passion project of being able to talk about books. Thanks so much. Bye.